nave che va addosso ai giardini. Guarda, sono i delinquenti. Tutti.
Guardate ragazzi! Guardate un po'! Guardate un po' ragazzi!
In the heart of the Mediterranean, the Italian island of Sicily has long been seasonally with a sun of the tempting coastline and seductive blend of the history and culture. However, this idyllic landscape is recently has been transformed into a dramatic scene of nature's fury, a formidable storm marked by resounding rain and fierce winds and lashed Sicily, unveiling the vulnerable of even the most picturesque square of the region with the firms of weather. The storm onslaught was achieved with the meteorologists barely able to predict and intensify before the unleashed food and made the apeon of fury. Winning hours, streets and town crises across the Sicily were inundated, transformed urban center into unwelcoming, water-loaded mazes. The rain, increasing unforgiving, pointed the wind portrayal of the region undecided by the elements. In Palermo, the Sicilian capital, scenes and the chaos unfolded. As since streets and usually burst with the life and aroma of Sicily, crashed while deserted save for a section of vehicles struggling against the rising water. The iconic Massimo, a testament of Sicily agriculture, dangerous stood with the silence within to unflooding calamity. As the sun rose over the devastation streets, scenes of resilience began to emerge. Volunteers from neighboring towns arrived the shovels, pumps, and food supplies. In Catania University, standard formed human chain to help clear debris to home of elderly residents. Church bells rang in solidarity of many communities, helped nightly prayers to endure and displace it. One image of wet Sicily flanked flying proudly over the flooded town hall became a national symbol of strength. Local media called at Rome and declared a state of emergency to obtain additional funds in the rescue to rapid reconstruction. Engineers are now installing bridges and roads, help workers to warn into possible communication flow to overflow, seen and standing water. Meteorologists at Weather Italia say a storm system may be weakening the residual rains and extended to continue for several more days. The ground is standing with the water. Warning climatologist Dr. Elena Ferraro events tell additional rainfall could cause new floods and landslides. Environmental activists are calling this storm a wake-up call. This is not just a random error, said Lucia Marinel of Climate Italia. This is the result of decades of neglecting environmental policy of urban planning. We must change now. International support has begun to arrive the form of offer assistance from the European Union of neighboring countries. Italian celebrities, soccer players and Pope have been experiencing this solidarity. Rome was hit a sudden and violent hailstorm that turned a cobbled streets into the city rivers and shocking residents. The storm, which hit during the evening rush hour, during Gulf-sized ball hailstorms, torrential rain and strong winds of the city caused significant disruption and damage. When the minutes measured through the faces, such as Via del Corso, were covered in ice, bringing traffic at standstill. Cars were damaged, white ships were shattered, and motorcyclists were forced to abandon their vehicles. It was like a bombardment, stones from the sky, said Marco DeSantis, who took shelter in the cafe where the storm reached. Public transport were paralyzed, several metro stations were flooded, and tram service were suspended. At Quito Airport, flights were delayed after the runway were covered with slush and ground strength rose to clear the debris. The city's historic landmark also suffered significant damage from the storm. Tourists took shelter under the arches of Colosseum and up its antient area to layers into ice accumulated steps to Spanish stamps and Pisa, Venezia. Emergency service rushed to protect archaeological sites fearing the water seepage could damage the fragile structures. Hospitals reported dozens of injuries, mostly from the slipped on the ice sidewalks or beanstalk on fallen bridges. Power outage left thousands of homes in darkness. In the flash floods inundated underground parking lots of basements in low-lying areas such as Testorial and Toscana. Meteorologists explained that the storm formed that the warm Mediterranean air collided with the cold front moving south from northern Europe, creating strong updrafts that caused unusually large hailstorms. Experts warn that due to climate change, such extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and intense throughout Italy. The Italian government has declared a state of emergency in the several regions, mobilized rescue workers and deployed the army to aid the evacuation efforts. Civil protection authorities have urged people in the affected areas to remain cautious to need official warning to forecast in coming days. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni visited the affected areas and presented their solidarity with the victims and pledged government support to reconstruction efforts. This is a national emergency and we are working closely with the local authorities to ensure the safety of all residents, she said. Climate experts warn that such extreme weather events become more frequent due to climate change. Italy, with a varied geography, is particularly vulnerable in the affected changing weather patterns. The combination of heavy rainfall, property, maintained infrastructure, and urban explosion into flood-prone areas in exact button the impact of the recent storms. Culture representative warned that the addition of psychological storm urged me to adapt to climate change were needed to prevent Sicily identified tourist economy. This is a symbol act to unity in the consulate across the Sicily. Roundbell Cemetery as noon Tuesday, a moment of silence of victims is sign strange to serious. Sicily and no stranger to hardship. From the earthquake to volcanic eruption they have endured a lot, but this storm, many say, was different, not just a natural disaster but climate warning. The wind and the water.
Porta via il negozio qua, adesso porto via macchine e tutto.